Hey guys, this is Kevin with the State Media House. I want to make a quick training on why cheap leads are killing your growth. And I see this often posted in basically every Facebook group under the sun, which is look at how cheap my leads are. I can get you leads for a cent, and I can get you 10,000 leads for 5 cents. And everyone's racing to the bottom to get the cheapest leads, and they're prioritizing the wrong things. And this can waste you a lot of time. This can potentially waste you weeks and weeks upon of your own time that you will never get back. You're just wasting your time on this. And it's a waste of money as well, since you gotta drive around to meet up and get coffee with people who aren't even a good fit to begin with. And this is something that a lot of people don't realize, which is paying for leads is great, but price shouldn't be the main factor in your buying criteria. Let's go over that. So, a couple factors to consider. How much does it cost you to acquire a client? How much does it cost you to get a deal closed? You gotta work backwards and figure that out. I'll go into that in a second and show you sort of how that works. What's the quality of the lead? What's the quality of the prospect? Maybe someone who set up a time to talk to you. Opportunity volume. Basically, how many times are you talking to someone who is both a good fit to work with you and someone who's interested in like a listing you have or interested in selling with you? And what's your close rate? This is something you can improve over time. Obviously, you can get good sales training. Jordan Belfort, straight line sales, that's pretty good. Then your total commission, like do you get 3%, 6%? Are you both the buying and selling agent? Does that vary on your state? Stuff like that. And those are what you should consider with your leads as well. Since then, we're going to look into the economics of it. So let's run the numbers. I have a picture of a guy prospecting for gold, panning for gold, because that's how you should think of it. If I give you 10,000 leads today and only 3 of them are qualified and a good fit, you just wasted your time with another 9,000 people, but you had a lot of leads. So that's great, right? You had a ton of leads. So let's say your leads aren't 1 cent, right? But you got the right ones. You're talking to the right people, someone who is both financially qualified and a good fit and interested in the listing. And that lead costs you $200, which sounds outrageous, right? $200 a lead, but your close rate is 25%. Which is alright. You have a decent close rate, 25%, and your commission's about 3%, and it's on a $250,000 property. Now let's do some math. You just got $7,500 for that deal, and it cost you only $800. If you had a vending machine and you put in $800 and you got $7,500 back, does that seem like a good deal? Especially, it'd be great. Everyone would go to that vending machine. And that's what you got to look at in your business. If you're spending $50 and you got 10,000 leads, and now you spent your whole month just panning through that, trying to find 1 to 2 people, well, those 2 people cost you that much. For the whole list of leads didn't matter. Only those 2 people mattered. That's what you got to look at. So you got to consider how much is it costing you to acquire the client? How much does it cost you based on your close rate? Is that something you can improve or work on? Or have you maxed out in terms of how well you can sell or how well you can bridge the value gap? So let's go back to this. So when you look at your quality of lead and opportunity volume, sure, you can get cheap leads, but it's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your money as well, because you're basically paying for only 1 or 2 that might be good instead of paying a higher amount for something that's already good. You know it's good. You know they fit all your criteria. So something we do for our clients is we don't even give them the leads that aren't good. We don't give them any appointments set with people that don't fit their criteria. So while you might be asking, well, don't you want to give them as many leads as possible? No, because it would be a disservice to their time and a disservice to us to give them someone who isn't financially qualified, isn't a good fit, and it's a waste of their time. You don't want to go show a home to someone who isn't making enough to even afford the place. You don't want to show a home to someone who isn't even interested in that style of architecture, that type of home. Why would you show a condo to someone who's looking for an apartment or someone who's looking for a penthouse? So that's something to make sure. So your cost per lead, you gotta look at it more as how much am I paying to acquire a client? How much can I comfortably afford to spend to save myself time and save myself energy? Because if you can comfortably spend around $2,000, $3,000 to get one deal if your commission is that high, or if your commission is that, depending on how much your commission is. It also depends on how valuable is that person to you, in the sense of, can you get more business through them? Can you find new opportunities through them? Can they open up other pathways for you? Usually this happens with higher price listings. If you're selling like $750,000 and above, you can get some new opportunities through that. So if you have any questions about implementing this, maybe you're wondering, am I paying too much for my